Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about falling in love with yourself. Okay, and this sounds a little weird, maybe a little sentimental, whatever you want to say, but we really have a problem with this nowadays. Okay, because we're so concerned with outside validation. Everybody is worried about what everybody else is thinking or doing or saying, or what we think they're thinking, or what we think they're doing, or what we think they're saying. Okay, we're all that's a huge part of everything we got going on, and it's all over social media. It's all over at work, at the water cooler. Your boss, your subordinate, your peer, whatever. We got all of this outside validation that we're seeking, and the reason I bring that up is because if you're gonna fall in, the only way to feel fulfilled, excited, and to be able to feel joy, true joy in life is you got to fall in love with yourself. And that sounds weird, but you got to fall in love with yourself. You got to love what you think about yourself more than what Joe Schmo thinks about yourself, about you, right? So you gotta care what you think about you more than what anybody else thinks about you. You gotta care what you think about your presentation more than what everybody else thinks about your presentation. Okay. Now I'm not saying that you should ignore everyone. Okay. You don't want to ignore everyone, but you should see everybody else as an opportunity for you to contribute to their life. Okay, and for the longest time, I had a big problem with feeling like I was getting laughed at. Okay, so I would do something wrong or do something dumb or kind of make a fool of myself on accident, and I'd be so embarrassed, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody thinks I'm a total idiot. They think I'm a fool, right? I look stupid. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, and embarrassment isn't an emotion that I think anybody wants to feel. So what I've done is, because I love myself, I can twist that a little bit now. I don't have that problem anymore. It's extremely rare that I feel embarrassed. Now, does that mean I stop doing dumb things? No. Does that mean I'm smart in every aspect? No. But when somebody uses a word I don't understand, I just say I don't know. I say the word and I say I don't know what that means. And then they explain it to me, and whether they laugh or not, I don't really care. But when they laugh, okay? Before, when they laughed, I was like, man, I'm an idiot. I'm so dumb. Everybody knows what they're talking about, and I don't. But now when they laugh, I tell myself I'm contributing some happiness to them. That's it. I'm giving them some happiness, and I am educating myself because I love me. I don't care if they're like, oh, if they love me that much, right? They like me, they whatever. Like, I want people to like me, but I don't need people to like me. I want them to, but I don't need it. So when they laugh at me, I see it as me contributing some happiness or some temporary happiness or joy to their life. And if all I have to do is not know the meaning of a word in an important meeting at work, or meaning of a word, a simple word in my social group, if all I have to do is not know that meaning in order to give them happiness, why wouldn't I do it? I mean, think about it. If your son or your daughter, or if you don't have kids, if your best friend came to you and they were just having a terrible day, would you make a fool of yourself to try to brighten up their day? You absolutely would, right? Because you love that person. You want to contribute something. You want to lift them up. Like, it's very rare that someone you truly care about, they're going to come to you because they're having a bad day, and you're just going to, you're not going to help them much, or you're not going to try to do something to pick them up. And I'm not saying you have to make a fool of yourself. Sometimes the best thing is to just mourn with them, right? And that's great. You're a great friend, but I'm really focused here on how to make sure you love yourself more than you love everybody else and their perception of you. So some of us get caught up in this idea that we know who we truly are, but we have this like reputation out here, right? We have this reputation for who we are. And what's so funny is studies have been done that the vast majority of the time, you don't even know what your real reputation is, because your real reputation's over here. This is the reputation that everybody else talks about at the water cooler. And this is what you think your reputation is. But the vast majority of the time, you're wrong. And so you're acting according to this, but your real reputation is actually this other thing that you don't know. So my point would be, why are you trying to care about these things? But really, you can just be your authentic self. Being your authentic self is going to gain you a better reputation than anything else. If you do something wrong and you try to you're like, oh, well, I have this reputation over here that everybody thinks that, I don't make mistakes, right? Like my boss told me that, like, you rarely make a mistake, and I love that, right? I don't make mistakes, so I'm gonna talk about how, like, he or she over there, it was partly their fault because they didn't get me this stuff on time, and then so I had to really hurry and whatever. So you're kind of like making up this story so that you can explain that you at the end of the day, you just made a mistake. You're going to get more respect by honoring the fact that you made a mistake, apologizing for it, and saying, I'm not going to let this happen again. That's going to create a better reputation. But because you love yourself, you're not going to punish yourself for making that mistake. You're going to say, you know what, I made a mistake. And that's okay to make mistakes. It doesn't mean I'm less of a person. It just means I need to do something different next time, and I need to get better. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to get better, to serve this company, to serve this family, to serve my partner, right? That's what I'm here to do. And yes, I made a mistake, but I'm going to do better next time. And I know I am. That's how you love yourself more than the perception of somebody else that's mad, that you might be mad at you for making the mistake or whatever. All right, so that's my message for today. Love yourself more than you love anybody else. Okay, and I'm not saying be extremely selfish with everything you do and whatever. I'm saying that in your thoughts, be loving to yourself. Okay, be loving to yourself. And make sure that everybody else's perception of you isn't dictating your behavior. You dictate your behavior based on how you feel. All right, that's my message for today. Glad to have you on these videos. Make sure you subscribe, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.